What's up, y'all? We're gonna be checking out 36X Headie 1. We got different sorts with the whole music video, especially when it comes to Headie. And we got that 36, so them just having the whole thing, them just coming in with two play parts. Like we got the whole thing, but especially from Headie 1 to different sorts. So especially with the whole thing, like we got a two division thing here, and everything goes to, especially when it goes to 36 and Heady. So especially with everything goes to when you got them two just playing a part with this, like this, and everything else just go from a flip from both ends and both how they be having everything goes to flipping and everything goes to how they be going playing they man, well mainly from this one and everything goes to from the sorts.
Ay, Matenko. I remember when I bought that shotty, I fucked up my reel and I'll do it again. I had it on top of my grandma's shed. I got free it live in Fernlodge and I got.
Whoa, what did he just say? He said he had it on his man, he had a
I remember when I bought that shotty, I fucked up my reel and I'll do it again. I had it on top of my grandma's shed. I got free it live in Fernlodge and I got.
ooh, yeah, that was a crazy type of smooth right there. Smoothie thing. He said, I remember I had that shotty. I had it on top of my grandma's thing, on top of the thing. Like, oh, that one right there, man, especially with that too. Like, hey, with the shotty and everything else too, hey, especially with this too, because this be having the whole thing, like, especially when you have everything else going in like that. That's a crazy type of insane thing.
I remember when I bought that shotty, I fucked up my reel and I'll do it again. I had it on top of my grandma's shed. I got free it live in Fernlodge and I got 32 in my ex. With this trapping, it gets me vexed. Cause I hate when cats ain't loyal. My hair went back, used to arguing oils. Come round wheeling, letting off men. Bow. Recoil it, then do it again. Bow. I got loads of ammunition. Got a shoebox filled with lead. Tell my young G's, man, you bring round if he's funny, I'll pepper your friend. My first boot in, I done, I shot my man in. Made my move off Ensville, ran man down with one in the head. Then we line up.
Oof, hey, this one got a whole different sensor to it. He said he had shotguns full of in his box of shoe box. Hey, especially with that too, because a lot of people be stuffing different stuff and different things, like especially things like that too. So hey, but man, this one got a different style to it. I see how it's breaking and everything else too, breaking points.
Got a shoebox filled with lead. Tell my young G's, man, you bring round if he's funny, I'll pepper your friend. My first boot in, I done, I shot my man in. Made my move off Ensville, ran man down with one in the head. Then we line up and straighten back that chopper and talk man Zeds. I could talk about milk, but it gets intense. Now fuck that. Shot my man in his back and ran. Little old me was a mess. I shot my man and I thought he was dead. Paid £50 per call, no way would I waste that shit on a leg. I was a little me, but I'm grown now. Still told boss man, give me the legs. Had 6 on me and I was live, walking around like I ain't got sense.
Had 6 on me, but it was still live. Hey, like shit.
Little me, but I'm grown now. Still told boss man, give me the legs. Had 6 on me and I was live, walking around like I ain't got sense.
Ooh, what? Oh, like I ain't got sense.
Walking around like I ain't got sense. Man, give me the legs. Had 6 on me and I was live, walking around like I ain't got sense.
Extended clip, I don't know if to trust. We're out playing real life snakes and ladders. It's been a long time, man's been rapping. Storm your essay, so it's happening. I don't know if to trust. We're out. Extended clip, I don't know if to trust. We're out playing real life snakes and ladders. It's been a long time, man's been rapping. Storm your essay, so it's happening. I can do the walks in the hills, but in the trench, I'm tapped in. My young boys walk with a.
Oh, woo. Especially with that too. Hey, definitely with that, I can see why and everything goes too. He said, man, especially with everything else too, I can go to the trenches, everything else, I'm tapped in and everything else too. But man, especially with that too, I don't really know who to trust. So I keep extended clip. Like especially with everything else too, like it makes sense too with the Like, man, especially how he just set it everything off and set it everything not on. Like, man, it was just like, hey, like the whole thing, it just be coming from that and everything else too. Like you be just setting the example.
Been a long time, man's been rapping, stormy or essay, so it's happening. I could do the walks in the hills, but in the trench I'm tapped in. My young boys walk with a dog in the up block, trying not to see one of them days. O2 rock, I done bird with the seagulls. Down never play for Brighton, live with a band, we don't know about rebels. Full clips like Charlie Chaplin, there was a hiding one, got a flatline, ever seen a man can hyphen. We're trying to get hyped up, boss man, D-Lo, keep it on a D-Lo. Shotgun was my first born, swear I was calling it Brooklyn Beckham. Keep it on a D-Lo. Shotgun was my first born, swear I was calling it Brooklyn Beckham. God thank God for progression, shaped up. But I could've just left, didn't really pay 2.5 for a hunting. That was before Brexit. Back then we ain't have much bread, but all we would need some pellets. Yo, way before all the conspiracies, all we would need some credit.
Hey, come on. I like how he turned it into didn't have a bread, but we had them pallets. Hey, especially with that, like he turned that around real quick from bread to having like everything else too with the like man.
Brooklyn Beckham. God thank God for progression, shaped up. But I could've just left, didn't really pay 2.5 for a hunting. That was before Brexit. Back then we ain't have much bread, but all we would need some pellets. Yo, way before all the conspiracies, all we would need some credit. And way before all of the German ding-dongs, all we would need is an engine. And way before broke with a 20 reckon Dutchman wing was doing that penguin. Ever had Jake's grip, all of the smokes, they ain't got no choice but to do some fencing.
Man, this one right here was raw. I ain't gonna lie, especially how 36 and Headie 1 was just they was breathing in with this right here, especially with everything else too. But man, they definitely just took spot with this, especially how everything else went. Like 36, he went off. Headie went off. Like they both had bars, especially how the whole thing went. He said he's connecting everything else too, how he can go hit them trenches and everything else too. Like, hey, and then 36 coming with the whole thing. You know, man, it was 6 in the thing. Hey, had no sense and everything else too. Like, man, especially how those bars just went off. Like, everything else too just played a part. But especially with this one right here from 36 to Headie. So, but mainly everything else too. But make sure you guys comment and like